respectful, dear family members, my pranams to you. Many a times, many youngsters used to ask the question, why the Hindus have got so many customs and rituals? The answer which we can give in simple language, in the most simple way, is that Hinduism is not a religion, it is the way of life. The customs and rituals to be followed by the mother is known as Matra Dharma. The customs and rituals, or in Sanskrit we say acharas, to be performed by the father, we say it as Pitra Dharma. The customs and rituals to be followed by the son, Putra Dharma, like that Putri Dharma, like that Bhartra Dharma, that of the husband, Patni Dharma, that of the wife, and that of an ordinary citizen, Paura Dharma. The dharma to be performed by the teacher is known as Acharya Dharma, and Raja Dharma, Amatya Dharma, the customs and rituals to be performed by a minister. We call it as Acharya Dharma, Raja Dharma, Amatya Dharma, and so on respectively for the teacher, for the king, and for the ministers. So based on these dharma means aggregation of the customs and rituals or acharas. So remember that Hinduism is not based exclusively on spirituality. It has got the first and the most important factor, the mind, changing the bad mind to good mind. Instead of going to the heaven, we always used to say, create the heaven in this world. Depending upon the good activities that you are doing, or depending upon the bad activities you are doing, you can live here a heavenly life, or a life which is equal to hell or hellish life. So all the customs and rituals are not linked with the spirituality. At the same time, spirituality is added with the customs and rituals for creating the dedication, devotion, and sincerity while performing these acharas. So when you are connecting the customs and rituals with the spirituality, spirituality is just like the cement, and customs and rituals just like the bricks. Customs and rituals directly linked with the mind, or it is connected with the body, improving the health of the body and strengthening the family relation and bondage, and also improving and strengthening the cultural values, similarly the social bondage, and also national integration. So when we say that the customs and rituals are to make the heaven in this world, the heaven can be produced in this world by changing the mental attitude from bad to good, from pessimism to optimism. Similarly, by converting the ill health of the body to good health. Similarly, rupturing family relations can be strengthened so that in our family we can create a better environment. Similarly, devaluation of the culture or degradation of the culture can be compensated by enriching the culture. Similarly, we can see that the social bondage, the society when gets disintegrated or the social bondage gets weakened, so many customs and rituals are given in Hindu Dharma where the social bondage can be strengthened, and also national integration. In India, you know, we have got so many languages, we have got so many type of foods, food system, lifestyle, dresses are different, way of thinking are different. Still, India is one, India was one, and India will be one because of our cultural relationship, which is incorporated with the national integration. So, in short, with spirituality as the cement for strengthening the bondage and for creating devotion, dedication, and sincerity, we definitely have to analyze every customs and ritual, whether it is good for mind, whether it is good for the health of the body, whether it is good for strengthening the family relation, cultural enrichment, social bondage, and the national integration. Remember that majority of these customs and rituals are useful not only one of these factors, but many of these factors. Some of these customs and ritual may be very good for the mind and body and building the family relation. Some of them are good for social bondage and national integration. Some are for cultural enrichment and also social bondage and national integration. Like these, whatever customs and rituals which can produce, which can fetch sustainable and permanent benefit for the mind, body, family, culture, society, and a nation, we call it as sadachara. Whatever customs and rituals which are obsolete in the present day, not very good, maybe that those customs and rituals might have some use in olden days, but irrelevant in the modern day, they are known as anacharas. Some of the customs and rituals included recently in the last century or within something like 100 years, those may be creating negatives either in the mind or the body or the family or the culture or society or the nation. Those which can fetch permanent negatives but temporary positive, they are known as duracharas, bad acharas. That is durachara. Some of the acharas are irrelevant in the modern period. They are known as anachara. So, acharas should never become a burden in our life. Acharas are part of our life. No way it should become a burden. It is not meant for going to the heaven, but it is not preventing you are going to the hell, but creating a very useful, purposeful, fruitful, and a meaningful life in this world. So, the most important factor we should always remember is that this worldly life, that should be made excellent. It should be made very positive. And each and every one of the individual living here for about 85 years or approximately 28,000 days, every day should be useful day for every individual. There should be a purpose for the life for every individual, and the purpose should get fulfilled and it should be fruitful life. In short, we can say that out of 1.2 million type of animals, only human being can connect the past, present, and future. So collecting the past experiences and doing addition, deletion, modification and correction, and living an excellent present life, and also programming our life for the future, for which all these customs and rituals are performed. I told you that it should not become a burden for anybody. So we say acharat labadehyayu. It is meant for a long happy life, for a long healthy life. Acharat labadehyayu, acharat dhanamakshayam. The acharas are meant for a prosperous life. Acharat labade supraja. It is for building the social bondage and family relation. Acharo ahamtya lakshanam. Acharas are performed, customs and rituals are performed for building an excellent personality for every individual. You see, all the 4 lines are for creating a heavenly life in this world, not connected very much with the heaven or the hell or virtues or sin or something like that. But also remember that Swagrame Purnamacharam. Whenever you are living in the same village where you were born and brought up, you have got enough facilities and the environment is so cordial, then the burden of living is less. There you should utilize the acharas in full swing to be practiced. And remember that we have to perform acharas in full swing. Anyagrame tadardhakam. If you are going to the next village, remember that you have to follow only half of the acharas. In your own village, full achara. In you are going to next village, half of the acharas. So Swagrame Purnamacharam, Anyagrame Tadardhagam, Pattane tu Tatpadam. If you are living in a city or a town, only 1/4 of the acharas are needed. And Yatre Balat Acharatet. When you are going for a tour, a long trip in a vehicle or something like that, these acharas should never become part and parcel of your life. You can just discard, live like a baby or a small boy or a girl. These acharas should never become a burden for your life. You can temporarily cancel it. So remember that as far as the customs and rituals are concerned, it should never become a burden. The spirituality is a small part of that. The God or the divine power or the heaven or the hell, all these are no way much important as far as the customs and rituals are concerned. And also remember that the customs and rituals, as I told you in the beginning, to be performed by the mother, Matra Dharma, to be performed by the father, Pitra Dharma, to be performed by the son, Putra Dharma. Like that, all the dharmas put together, that will give you Sanatana Dharma. So Sanatana Dharma, out of the 9 religions present in the world, Hinduism is not a religion, it is a way of life and meant for mind, body, family, culture, society and nation. This you should always remember. Further explanation will be following for this. So just listen twice or thrice or 4 times. Teach others. Whatever you could learn, you teach others. You should learn for teaching others, preaching and practicing and propagating. And whenever some people do or say against it, clarify their doubt and clarify their way of thinking and give a scientific, logical and a rational meaning for every customs and rituals. You have to analyze it. If they are irrelevant in the modern period, you just do addition, deletion, modification and correction so that it can be made relevant. If they are negative customs and rituals, never try to do addition, deletion, modification and correction, but just discard it. This is the introduction of acharas that you should always keep in your mind. Just give this link to others so that people will be learning in English. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.